motherfucker. I'm back on this motherfucker. Listen, I've been getting my ass whipped since the new updates. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I've been getting my ass handed to me. Let me see something. Let me get my homie. I'm gonna go with the Joe Joycer. Let me make my little joint just a little bigger. Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Joe Joycer. But I've been getting my ass beat. And I don't care, man. I just like the look. I do care. Especially on this rank shit. I might not even get nobody to come through on the rank. Fuck that. You know what? Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me just do a quick online fight. Joe Joyce be getting his ass handed to him. But I like Joe Joyce because he's not too good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't mean it like he can't, but I'm just saying his stats ain't really high. And for the love of the game, son. For the love of the game. Damn. Some of y'all get the jump. Y'all come. You're picking Muhammad Ali. And then talking like you the best. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That should be making me want Al Capone the shit out of him. Here you go picking Muhammad Ali. Talking about how good you are. Man, get that shit out of here. Man, fuck out of here. Nobody doing that shit.
Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight
shit.
here, Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198 centimeter reach. He'll square off against the juggernaut Joe Joyce. 6'6" tall, 210 pounds, and he loves to bang it out.
What a weight difference. These two fighters are going to be in deep water. One has the size, has the weight behind it. The other is small, shorter, much lighter. Got to be fast, got to be sharp. Otherwise, you're out.
Usyk will run you down, man. He's going to beat on Joe Joyce. Because I ain't fast.
Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
Or that left hook to the body. On some real shit, didn't he lose against that bull, but they cheated him?
The juggernaut Joe Joyce fights out of London, the United.
And it wasn't a low shot below the belt.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Alexander Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner from London.
The fans are ready, and it looks like
I had that walk.
Joe Joyce, an Olympic silver medalist. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Couldn't land that jab. Good defense to block the hook. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Jab does not score. There's a counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Solid straight left. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Here's the bell for round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
He blocks the hook. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good defense with that left jab. Hook was off target. That uppercut misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
I'm trying.
Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. That bell could not have come sooner. Come on. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Straight right just misses. No rest for the weary. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Throws the uppercut but misses. This is a high-octane battle. Just missed with that hook. The bravery being shown here is just just incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Back the fuck up, because he got me.
Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Here we go to the fourth round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Yeah. That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Hook missed. That right hook's blocked. Nice defense on that jab. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Good defense on that left hook. Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
I'm trying to figure out how he ain't hurt.
Back into the fray here in round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He caught him big time. Just when you think Joe Joyce is out of it, he comes firing right back. Oh my goodness, Johnny! A huge opportunity! Can he cash in? Joe Joyce has one of the best chins in the heavyweight division, no doubt about it.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
He threw a punch and just Joe Joyce is in trouble. Oh, down goes Joe Joyce.
Motherfuckers already know,
here on
like
the replay, a perfect body shot, and he drops like a loose suit.
You're right,
reckon with
what?
it. And that shit pissed me off, cuz I'm just hitting him with everything. Everything. And it's gonna be like that. Like, I can't.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Nice defense on that hook. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely.
I can't even get no room.
This next round is...
He in there tight.
There's the bell for round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, anything full battle because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Oh no, the big fella Joyce just got clipped.
Slow as shit. Woo!
But just when you think Joe Joyce is out of it, he comes firing right back.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He fails to score with that left hook. Blocks that left hook.
What?
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
I can't even throw a punch. Like, I'm gassed. I'm all gassed.
Here we go. It's round 7.
Dog,
How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
I ain't got no juice in this.
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I've got to see that again.
Like, I ain't got no juice.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I ain't got nothing in the tank, motherfucker. My tank on MT.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Locks that left hook. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Good defense stopping that jab. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. It's not over till it's over, but that...
I can't even catch it.
There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Misses with the straight left. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. A huge opportunity. Can he cash in? Joe Joyce has one of the best chins in the heavyweight division, no doubt about it.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough...
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
Ain't lucky I had Joe Joyce.
And that's it. A unanimous
I'd have had
decision
somebody
win.
just a
This is
little
the last
faster.
thing we expected.
But I didn't,
What a fight,
and I
what a
lost.
style, what a pace.
That's just
to get
it.
a unanimous decision. That is mad. This
Usyk,
I didn't see that coming. I thought
he
this
did
would
what
be
he's supposed
tight.
to do.
This is
Wear
nowhere
me
near
down
time.
and win that fight. Man. Fuck it. Good shit. You better not be there when I get back. Come back with Holmes, motherfucker. Beat the shit out of him. When I get home, I can do more combo. Ping, ping, ping. Word. Damn, they got the rumbles on it, nigga.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. And up against him, big Larry Holmes, 6'3", with a reach of 81 inches. He weighed in at 213 pounds.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
He is the... Here comes the Eastern assassin, Larry Holmes. Dominated the heavyweight division in the early 80s. In fact, he went 48 fights before suffering his first defeat. Watch out for that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal...
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd is one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. There's a counter shot. He blocks the hook. Nice counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
That counter punch caught him clean. Perfect counter shot. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That left hook miss. Hold that thought.
Nice.
Well, the
Nice.
assassin in some trouble here. And now they're right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to throw yourself.
Got out of the way of that right hook. And he scores with the... Oh, my, the big fella just got rocked. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
He was whipping my ass that first round.
Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
On to the second round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
This is what makes outside fighters so good. Their footwork is second to none. It's as fast as their hands.
He's eating a lot of big, heavy hands. Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? Only catching air with that hook. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Continues to eat punches. Can't land that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs...
Time to hurt him. Let's hurt Ali.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Gloves up to block the left jab. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Miss with that jab. judges. Oh, right there. Larry Holmes now stumbling backwards.
Larry
Talk
been
about Ali in that last round.
Larry been
Well, there was no doubt
punished.
about who won that round.
I seriously
Larry
hope
get
the judges
punished.
kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be
Word.
absolute uproar.
This nigga is good.
Just keep him on the end of that. Just box him. Just be smart. Just get your shot.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Betty took a little bit, so we can't give you out.
It's only one round that he's lost. Don't worry about it. Come on, get him back into the fight. You're much better than this guy. You're much better. He's not in your league. Come on,
Like, great round.
That's what you said.
Smart works round.
Man, that whipping.
now it's a tougher fight. It's going to be confident.
Get the job and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end and what you do.
Hit the jab and then start gathering your pace and win this round.
Here we go to the fourth round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Hook misses. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Beautiful counterpunch. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
What you've got to do, Teddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
That right hook won't score. Is he going to punch himself out, though? When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This round's still up for... Did you see that?
Fuck.
Oh, Larry Holmes just got dazed.
Larry can't. What the fuck's Larry?
Let's talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell for round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble.
They get in trouble.
No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Big Larry Holmes got rocked. And the heavyweight legend goes to the canvas. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like I said, I've been losing since the ugly.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here.
If that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds. But he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
here you have with this. Hold it right there. Whoa, Larry Holmes on the back foot. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8. Here we go in the 6th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Missing with the hook. Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Looking to land the hook. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Mm. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is a very important... Here comes round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Look, that's twice. Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Jab won't score. Missing with that right hook. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Did well to block that right hook. Stamina. Hold that thought. Oh, Larry Holmes now in some real trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
I need to see that again.
I can't see it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout.
took him on to the late rounds. See if he knew how to rumble when he's tired. Hey, what's up?